Hello, welcome back to another training video on our transition from Easy Worship to ProPresenter. In this video, we're going to go through how to import a song that is not part of Song Select. So we can do this a couple different ways. Under the File menu, there is an import function, and we can import a file. So if we have a text file that already has all the line breaks and everything we need, we can even add the groups at the top if we use the same convention. That will help the import. We can also import text from clipboard. So sometimes we don't have a text file and we might just search on the web, and a lot of times somebody will have posted the lyrics, and so we can copy and paste that. I'm going to show you both methods for this. I'm going to start with the a version I found on the web, and then we'll but I'm not going to complete that one just to show you how it works. And then I'm going to do one from a text file that was from our export from Easy Worship. Okay, so I basically just did a Google search for Hosea. This is a song I'm going to bring in, and I found the lyrics here. Now you'll notice, and this is quite often the case, they don't put the copyright information. So it's really important that you still add the copyright information. But just to show you how this works, and we'll see if these delimitations work. Just going to select the text. That's the other thing with the website. Sometimes you gotta see if you can really just select the text. Okay, I'm gonna copy that text. That Command C is copy on Mac, and then we're gonna come back over to ProPresenter, and we're just gonna do the import text from clipboard. Brings up that very familiar import from the last video. So same thing. We can choose the delimitation, where it's gonna go, the template. And if I click on edit, we'll see how well it did. And you see it did pretty well, although lots of single line, which may be the way the song is. It's been a while since I've sung the song, but it didn't, it doesn't have the title and copyright information. So we'll have to come in and type that in. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. The process would be the same as before, but now I'm going to show you how to do this from a file. And so we'll do import file. And I think I had in here a copy of Hosea. And import, it brings up our dialog. And we'll go into edit. And we'll see if it's any better. So it's a little better because we had in the text file, and let me show you what that text file actually looked like. So here's that text file, and had the title. If I actually had done this ahead of time, it would have brought these in as a single slide, the title and Gregory Norbert, the author. But see here, I've got the groups, verse 1, chorus, verse 2, etc. But it has the chorus in here multiple times, so we're going to want to clean that up. But let's go back to ProPresenter and do a little bit of cleanup here before we import. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of title and then make that on a single. It didn't know what the group was, so because title wasn't a real group, that's why it brought it in as text instead of. So I'm going to change it to intro. Okay, then we got verse 1, our chorus, but it repeats the chorus multiple times. So I'm going to repurpose this last chorus. I'm going to delete that and repurpose that to be our blank. Okay. And then this one I'm just going to delete. And now I can delete the text, but if I hit delete again, I get this cannot combine slides in different groups because the group above it is a verse 2. And so I'm going to hit OK to that. And what I can do here is click on that triangle where we set the group and select ungroup. and it will make it part of verse 2. And now I can delete that slide. Okay. All right, so then we want to get the name of the song in there. So I'm just going to copy and paste that into the title. Our author, same thing. Okay, but it didn't, because it doesn't export the copyright information from Easy Worship. Wasn't able to pull that out with the scripts we have. So I'm going to go to, if I had the song in front of me, I could just look at the chart. But I'm going to go to our one license here, which is where the license is covered. So it's good to know, like, okay, this song is actually covered by our licensing. And I'm just going to copy the copyright information. And I want to make sure I get all of the right stuff. You don't need to put all rights reserved, but you need the copyright owner and things like that. So I'm going to copy that. And we'll put this in the publisher. And if it's formatted this way and it has the date, you don't really need to put the date, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in anyway. It will show up kind of redundantly, but it's so small that people won't really notice. It doesn't have a CCLI number because it didn't come from CCLI. But we also want to make sure that the display copyright is checked so that when we click on that intro slide, it displays the copyright. Okay, so now while I'm in this view, just because it's fast and easy, I'm going to clean up that punctuation just to be kind of consistent in our style. Oops. Okay. And then the other thing I'm going to do is just kind of check on the phrasing of the music. So again, kind of off screen, I'm going to look for that song on OCP. On the OCP site, if you know it's an OCP, they quite often have previews. So I'm going to look for Hosea. I always like to find the guitar version. So you can see here, here's a preview. So I can look at the phrasing and just see if that's the way we want the phrasing to be. So come back to me with all your heart. It's kind of a slow song, so the choice here is like, do we keep that as 2 lines? Will it fit as a single line? Let's see. Like if it doesn't quite fit as a single line. So because it's a slow song, it's probably okay to have more sides. So come back to me with all your heart. Don't let fear keep us apart. Keep that as a single line. But 3 lines isn't too much for it. So I'm going to bring that in to make it a 3 line. Trees do bend, though straight and tall. So that's one where, kind of again, to be consistent in the phrasing. So that the way the lyrics are presented on the screen helps give an indication of like where the phrasing, where the next, where the beats are and things like that. So that helps. So then let's look at the chorus. Long have I waited for your coming home to me. It's a little strange. It's that long have I waited for your coming home to me and living. And so a little strange phrasing. So will it? Well, where do we want to put that? Long have I waited for your coming, I think is where we want to put that. Home to me. And living deeply a new life. So I think what I want to do here, I'm going to show you the trick I was talking about once we get to that. So when we get to the edit. So let's quickly look at these other, the wilderness. Will lead you. That all fits, so I think I'm going to just leave that as it is. Although maybe, again, to be consistent, we'll do this. We'll lead you. And I'll speed this up on the video so you don't have to watch me figure out the rest of this. And then we'll come back and look at the edit. Okay, so I've finished the formatting, the line breaks that I want. Got the capitalization where I want. Okay, so I'm going to hit import. And then we'll find it in our library here. Hosea. Okay, then we're going to go into edit mode. And I'm going to go to that chorus slide. And so what we can do here, because you can see on the stream, it looks great. The 2 lines, but it doesn't look so good here. If I add line breaks, if I go to edit and I add a line break, as long have I waited, and I add a line break here for your coming, and maybe we want it to be something like that, or maybe this will be the way actually that actually might work. Actually, that's going to be the way to do it. But I'll find another song here to show you what I was going to do. But essentially, what you can change without adding line breaks. You can add lines on the slide by making the text box smaller and moving. But we don't want to do that here. I'll find another example to show that. So, long have I waited for your coming home to me and living deeply a new life. So I think that's actually the way we're going to want to format that. I think that will look good and it matches the phrasing. Okay, so we're going to do our arrangement just like in the last video. We'll do full. And so this one, it is, intro, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, and that's it. Okay, so there is our import from a text file. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. I'll do a separate video on doing that line break so that it's what we want it to be. But yeah, I think that works well in terms of that formatting of the chorus. 3 lines, it matches the phrasing, and we're good to go there. Okay. All right, we'll see you in the next video.